Welcome to Indie News for December 5th, 2018. The year is almost behind us. We're going to dive in real quick and figure out what's new, what's happening, and what's going on in indie comics today. My name is Mr. AnderSiN, and I'll be your host and the advocating voice for the following projects. You can follow me at MrAnderSiN.com. All right, guys, let's jump in right away. Start off with our news feed, which you can find by going to Indie News in our menu box. Let's see what's new. Let's see what we got popping. All right. So, hello, darkness, my old friend, a Dirk Manning press release. We have some amazing stuff going on. Hold on. Some amazing stuff going on to tell you about with Dirk Manning. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. I'm sorry about this. We had a sudden drop in temperature, and I think it's kind of messing with me. Only when you're live. So, for those who don't know, he does a children's book called The Adventures of Cthulhu Jr. and Bastardly Dirk #1. Excited to see #2. Credit to Scott McMahon and Sean Burris, who were also part of the project. Great book. I read it. I really liked it. Congratulations to Dirk on his success. This is what happens when you get sick for a couple weeks. I didn't even know Dirk had a Kickstarter until it was over. I literally found out about it like a week in. That's how bad I was sick for a month. Usually I notice these things, and this fell right under the cracks for me. You have the Twisted Haunted Hyons, The Darkness Rises release party at Astronomicon in February with the entire creative team. How cool is that? I met his creative team. Such fascinating, wonderful people. The creators are great, and of course, I'm a fan of Twisted, so I got to meet them in person. Very, very cool. Jax got to meet. Oh no, Jax wasn't with me when I met him. Just one time he wasn't with me. It's a shame, but yeah. So you want to hear about the writing process, right or wrong? And you can check out Dirk Manning and his panels. I'm sure he's going to be doing them throughout the 2019 season. Excuse me, now my nose is all messed up. It's not a comeback, it's a return. One more TV show I need to try to find some time to watch during the brief reprise on the roads before I return to some cities I haven't been in a while during my upcoming 2019 convention. I don't know actually what TV show he's referencing here, if he is. Sorry, I don't get that one. In Life on the Road, we've all been there. And here is the Dirk Manning schedule, just so you guys know. If you're a Dirk Manning fan and you're following Dirk Manning, you can find him in February 8th to the 10th at Astronomicon. You can find him at Fantasticon Toledo. That's in Ohio, the 9th through the 10th. And he'll be at Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle, Washington on the 14th to the 17th. He'll be spending St. Patrick's Day in Emerald City. It's kind of cool. March 22nd to the 24th, and we were talking about this when we were just on the Facebook feed. C2E2 is something I'm planning to go to. I've been offered to go there as a pro. I have not gotten a table, but I'm on a wait list, so fingers crossed. I am trying to weigh the pros and cons of going there. It's an amazing show, so it's very hard to say no to go into that show just because of how amazing it is. So I'm definitely leaning towards trying to do it. Maybe I'll bunk up and see if Josh Dahl is renting a room, and I'll room with him. Planet Comic Con in Kansas City, Missouri. It's the 20th anniversary, believe it or not. That's going to be going on the 29th through the 31st in March. Already talking about May at Pack Rat Comics, Ohio. Mark Dirk's words, this is going to be one of the biggest days of my comic book career to date for reasons I cannot discuss yet, but will soon. So that's pretty cool. He's going to have something very big. So mark that on your calendar, even if you just want to check out social media to see it. Very, very cool. Three Rivers Comic Con now. That's actually a crossover show. So far, the only one that me and him will definitely cross over at. C2E2 is a possibility. I always love running into Dirk. This is going to be at the Three Rivers Comic Con. It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I loved it when I went last year. I'm excited to go. I love that they changed the date, so I'm super excited about that. Motor City Comic Con, that's in Novi, Michigan. That's pending confirmation, but I'm sure Dirk will get into there. So you could probably plan pretty safe to plan that he'll be there. and Sherry Capital Comic Con. That's going to be in Traverse City, Michigan. And he'll be up there along with special guest Caitlin Smith. Very cool creator. If you don't know who Caitlin Smith is, you guys are missing out, seriously. The Harp Twins. Now, I believe the Harp Twins are the young ladies with his new book, Jim Obar. Obar, I think I'm saying that right. And this is the destination show everyone should attend at least once for starters. That very, very cool. And he just has a wrap-up message here, and you can follow him out. And I'm going to give you guys a quick look at Dirk Manning, and I'm going to see if we can quickly show Caitlin Smith, because Caitlin Smith is pretty cool. Let's see. I think I still have it. So we're giving this. We'll drop off a message. We talked about him and gave the news out as today. This is today's news. So, all right. So this is his actual group. This is dedicated just to Dirk Manning. So if you guys want to follow Dirk Manning, want to know what's going on with him, and here's some of the 25 Days of Christmas. I'm not exactly sure if this is just them and making announcements for their upcoming con, returns to Astronomicon. I think that's the first time I've actually said it right. Comic book writer of Twisted Haunted Hi-Os. So he'll be there. These are the amazing creators that are going to be there. Met them in person. They're all the way from, and I'm almost certain. Good morning, Travis. We'll have you on in a minute if you're willing. So these are amazing creators. Loved meeting them. Got to talk to them for a little bit. Very, very excited to see fantastic work. I believe it's Italy that they're from. Almost certain it's Italy. So, yeah, it's Italy. I do know. So, very, very cool. So, this is Dirk Manning. And we talked about seeing Caitlin. Now, if you don't know what Caitlin Smith is, man, I'm going to give you a gift right now. It's not even Christmas right now. Okay. Caitlin Smith does Plume. If you guys don't know what Plume is, now you do. This is some amazing stuff. Fantastic work. I own copies. And just she does amazing stuff. So if you're not following her, you should be, and you're welcome. So now you know to follow this amazing creator, and you guys can check it out. She does some fantastic work, absolutely stunning. So this is definitely a creator to watch. That's what I kind of want to do with these shows now, is I want to focus on creators and letting you guys meet each other. So I'd like to focus on meeting some creators. And if Travis is ready, I'm going to introduce you guys to Travis. Now, most of you shouldn't need introduction to Travis, as you should know who Travis is, just because we work together on The Advocate. The Advocate's actually going to be launching sometime in January. We don't have an official release date yet, but I would like to and I'll talk to Travis about this live. I mean, I don't know if he cares if we talk about it live, but I would like to see it maybe go right after the holidays. What's going on, Tom? How you been? All right, so Travis, I'm trying to send you a message so you can come on in. And if anyone else wants to jump on in on the news, one of the things about making it early in the day is I have a little extra time. So that's the wrong one. Sorry, Travis. Give me a second. I want you guys to come on and talk about it. Like, I love The Advocate. The program I'm doing is a great idea. But I also want you guys to feel free. And if you want to come on, by the way, Travis, if you want to come on via Facebook, I'm trying to get that to close. We could do that too. You just come on the Facebook feed, because I don't know if you're traveling. If you're traveling, this might not be good. So if you want to come on, just come on. And seriously, from now on, if you guys want to come on this show, I want you guys to come on the show. I want you to talk to me about what's going on. Anyone is allowed on this show. I'll send you a link. Hell, I'll even go one further. I'll put the link in the comments right now. That's what we'll do. So if you guys got something you want to talk about right now, I'm opening the forum to anyone who wants to talk. Let's see. All right. So Travis, come on 1 second. Anyone else who has news today? Now, of course, if you guys have news, you should be giving it to us directly. Now, two new ways. One's a new way. One's an old way. Two cool things that you guys can do from now on. So check it out. You can put it into this group IndieAdvocates, the Global Digital Comic Con, out to end the reboot culture. And I can upload it onto our site. Fantastic thing. This is the place for you to put things on so I know to do it. So apparently there's something from Melissa. Eddie Pierce is coming to MMC, which I believe is Magic City Con. He's a managing artist and all-around cool guy. Excited to talk with him again. I guess, Melissa, you're going to it? I know Melissa watches these videos, so I'm sure she'll answer. Usually she's very cool about that. And we have something from Michael Metlin, the amazing artist, and he'll be with me at Three Rivers Comic Con, actually. Me and him hung out last year. We agreed to do it again, man. And he'll have more books. I'll have more books. I'm excited, man. I'm going to be going in heavy. I can't wait to get back there. I actually love my time there. And, of course, I announced that I'm going to be at Acme Comic Con on the 15th. I have come off the road. I think that's the way to say it. I came to the decision that if it's one-day shows, I actually enjoy doing it. Yes, I need to spend time crafting and creating. I completely agree. But if I'm not traveling far, it's not hard to do a one-day show here and there throughout the winter. So I'm already scheduled to be going until 2020 at this point. Let's just put it that way. If everything rolls the way it is and the way I signed up for everything, I will be on the road till 2020 right now and probably continue to go. I'll admit it. Maybe it's an ego thing. I miss talking about my books and I miss seeing people get excited about my books. I'll own it. It is what it is. Let's see. Trying to see what we got here. Oh, there's Travis.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right, man.
I was expecting Facebook Live, so when you
well, I said it on there. If you wanted to do Facebook Live, I was cool with that. Just let me know.
Oh, it's not a big deal. I'm on this now.
Cool. Well, the YouTube audience gets to see you that way. If you do it through Facebook, they don't actually get to see you. They can only somewhat hear you. So this actually works out better if we're for the YouTube audience that we're trying to build. So, first off, awesome shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a big Nightwing fan, so that's glad to represent.
And I think he's actually going to be. Are you following? I didn't actually ask you this. Are you doing the DC app? Are you doing Titans?
I haven't done Titans. I haven't done the app. I mean, I read the DC comics, but I haven't done the app.
It's actually a pretty good show. Actually, like, I don't have a problem with it. Usually I'm very picky about how they deal with characters. I mean, I can see why some people are mad about what they're doing, Rich.
Yeah.
But I actually think it fits his character for what I think they're going for. It all depends how they do the landing. If the landing is good, then it'll all be fine. Because I think they're actually pushing for him to be Nightwing. That's not a big spoiler. I mean, everyone knows Robin becomes Nightwing. So I'm not
right. And they're trying to separate it from the Teen Titans Go, I assume, you know.
Oh, definitely. You could tell they are not trying to be that. But I can't get over the outfit for Starfire. That outfit is fucking hideous.
I think that has been consistent with everyone who's ever viewed it. So I think you're good.
But we're here to talk about you, not Teen Titans. What's going on, buddy?
Dude, today is an exciting day. So I wanted to come on and jump on. Today, Broke Down and 4 Dead Buddies is in comic book stores, some comic book stores, as well as Comixology, which if you don't know, as an indie creator, Comixology is a pain in the butt to get in. It takes about 4 months. So that's been crazy. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you're quiet. So that's a nice thing. I'm sure you'll share the link, or you already shared the link from this morning, but it's pretty cool. It's an exciting day for Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies. You know, this has been an exciting week. We finally got the colored books. So we've been rocking and rolling. I'm really excited to kind of put this to rest, issue 1 to rest. You know, I'll still be selling it for a long time, but kind of put it to rest to really go into the Advocator and Dog Days and issue 2, you know, the 2019 thing, you know, get rid of the last of 2018.
Oh, yeah. I know. I'm definitely excited about going forward.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. Like, I am so happy. The colors came out really good. You know, it is killer, man. I'm super excited to be able to share this with people.
And for those who don't know, usually when I'm doing a show, I try to get Travis to come hang out with me. Not only because it's easier for me, especially if I have Jax, but Travis is a great pitch guy. Like, when he stands at a table, he brings a great energy with him. Plus, it helps us because we're working on the Advocator now, and we're really trying to promote that. We're going to be going into a Kickstarter. Can you explain to them the Advocator? You usually pitch it better than I do.
Yeah. So what the Advocator is, it's kind of like a DC previews or image previews of the indie books that are going on. There's a lot of books on Kickstarter. So what we did is we reached out to some of the best and most talented people who funded, and asked, hey, do you want to be a part of this project? And they said yes. So they submitted a 4-page story that's exclusive. The print exclusive would be with us. Eventually, they may print it later, but the first printing of these stories are gonna be on our book, which is pretty cool. So we've got Welcome to the Voids in it. We've got Broke Down in 4 Dead Bodies has a story in it. We've got Grimwood Chronicles. We've got Binary Star. What else do we got? There's another 2. We got a Modern Testament.
Yeah.
And then we've got Dr. Orange, Joseph DC. He's got a book, a 2-parter, the only 2-parter in the book, called Mary Revised.
Now, I was talking to them before you came on. What do you think is going to be our start date? Because I'm thinking we should maybe go right after the holidays, like right after.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. I mean, we're done. We've been done for a while. We kind of pushed it off to not be in the holiday stuff. I think that's a great idea. Our goal for 2019 is to come up with four issues of this. So there's going to be 1 each quarter. So this would be the winter edition. So this would be winter 2018. So this would be our winter edition, and then we'll come out with 1 each quarter, which would be really cool. But what's really awesome about it is it gives us an opportunity to show you, if you're a Broke Down fan, show you Welcome to the Void, show you Grimwood Chronicles, show you some of these other awesome books that are on Kickstarter to help build your audience, as well as showing the community of indies,
I definitely agree. I always tell people I consider it the web episodes of indie comics.
Yeah.
Television they have those little web episodes in between seasons. That's what this is. It's not about telling the same story. It's giving you something new, unique, but also familiar with the program.
Yeah.
So,
well, and the big thing to acknowledge about it to everyone is we're not gaining a dime from it, like right off the bat. So the money that is raised, all it does is print books to give to these distributors. And what that's going to help us, these Kickstarter people, what it's going to help us, it's going to help build our campaigns to make them better. It's going to help our booths at cons. And it's going to help our fans wait, because it's a long time between issues a lot of times, because we're indie guys, right? We're not putting up books every month. We're putting up books every 4 months, every 5 months. So this will hopefully fill that gap, so you get something so the fans don't lose interest. Oh, I'm in the long gap in between. So this is helping build that.
Yeah, definitely. For the record, I'm going to be the one running this one. We came to the decision because my story's not in this book. So what we're going to try to do is, for those who don't know, Travis is the project manager. I'm basically the voice behind it, and Chuck is the editor. So we want each one of us to run the book when we're not in it as best we can. There might be a time where one of us has to be in it and running it, but especially to begin, if I can promote the hell out of this and go, look, I'm not really getting anything for this. This is something bigger than all of us. This is the moment we've been talking about now for 3 years. And credit to Travis, he's the one who's really pushed for this in the last couple months to be something, because we started off the year talking about the Written Sins Chronicles and doing a book about sins, and that kind of stalled up when a couple people were like, oh, but I have a project. Credit to Travis. He figured it out. He figured out what motivated people to really get involved in this. And we got this done fairly quickly. This was not a long wait. Like you said, we stopped. We could have gone in October.
Yeah. We stopped. The reason why we stopped is 100% for the fans, because if we're not doing it for the fans, and we want to be as ethical as we can with our business, with the Advocator. So to do that, we wanted to make sure that everybody who had a Kickstarter, which was Chuck, myself, and Binary Star, Jamie, we all had Kickstarters that hadn't been fulfilled yet. Our stuff hadn't been sent out. And we didn't want to go live with people still owing people something. We didn't want to taint the other creators. So we waited to January to launch. So, and I think I'm the last one. Me and Chuck have a few. Chuck has a few more to send out. I have to finish up mine, but I'm going to get mine out the next couple of weeks. So we wanted to make sure everybody was fulfilled before we go into this process, which is great.
And I stress enough that has been for us to be as ethical with this project as we can. We're even doing something with the fulfillment that's different.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So what we're doing is we're making sure that the fulfillment is done by a third party. So basically, when we get that Kickstarter money, so when Rob gets that money, because it's got to be under somebody, all he's doing is writing that check and sending it to Kraken, and that's it. Like, there's no money that's going into Rob's pocket. There's no anything. Just filling that. When I'm running it, it's going to go directly to me, directly to Kraken, because we don't want any of the money. We want to be able to run shows. In the future, we'd like to be able to pay for cons and maybe do some stuff, and we'll talk about that in the future. But right now, we want to keep it as pure as possible to because it's an experiment right now. But once we find a pattern that works, we may stretch that out a little bit. But for right now, that's the plan.
Oh, that's super. I say we go. You know, looking at the calendar, I say we go New Year's Eve.
Oh, let's see.
It'd be a crazy day to do it, but it's a Monday, and it would be right next to the beginning of the first of the winter, and it would be an exciting day. A lot of people are actually on the computer on New Year's Eve. People are checking in, talking to people. It might not be a horrible idea. Never seen anyone try it, but be considering what it is. Of course, we can figure it out more, but I would expect to see this on Kickstarter right away in January. No matter what.
Yeah. We'll probably run, January 1st, January 30th. But like I said, it's going to be really good. It's almost, I mean, we don't want to brag, but we've got a lot of people who've done a lot of projects, or people are hungry for more work from them. So it'll fund that, we assume, pretty quickly, and we're keeping the pledge levels to be only things that we can legitimately give them. So we'll do, a tier that's digital, and then we'll do a tier of the regular cover. Then everybody, all the creators who wanted to submit covers, have their own cover. So there's a Broke Down cover, there's a Walk to the Void cover, there is a Modern Testament cover, there's a Binary Star cover. So you'll be able to combine that, or you can buy the whole run with stuff. And then we may do a couple other pledge levels, but we really, anything that we do for pledge levels, it's gonna be designed that we can fulfill before it goes live. So it's not going to be a pledge level if it can't be fulfilled by Kraken or digitally by us.
Well, I think that as a special, like maybe just something for like a collector. You could do maybe something special where we put our own books up as a collector's pack for someone to get. Maybe that could be something we could talk about, like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely cool with that. I would just like us to have copies in stock, because Kraken can't fulfill that.
I would reach out to everyone in the beginning and be like, hey, listen, I need the books. This is something we're going to do to get the project funded. Consider that when you give the books, you're not going to get money back for it. It's to help the project fund.
Right.
Put it as a limit. So we all take a hit on that. But in the end of the day, we all make this succeed, which makes us all look like, like we want it to look like rock stars. And the bigger goal of this is to launch it now with some strong names, but eventually start adding in newer creators who don't have a following and to start their careers in Kickstarter by giving them a strong sale. So this is about a community. This is not about us. We're not keeping the books, by the way. The books will be, and Travis will explain this part, equally distributed.
Yeah, so every creator will equally distributed after we do the Kickstarter fulfillment. So fulfillment will be done, and then the distributing will be distributed evenly amongst all the creators. So that's it. So it'll be split the 6 ways of the creators. There may be, and we're going to even allow options for people to order extras if they want some on their table. Because as your creator, you're going to be signed in on this. And let's say I have issue 1 on my table and I want issue 2 on my table. At the next one, there'll be a creator level to get it. Rob himself, he's not, like he said, he's not in this book. He's going to have to order some because of the platform he wants. He's going to want to make sure he gets his copies to sell. So there's going to be ways to do that, and we're gonna be able to do some cool things like that. But it's all about building the community and allowing you to get to the next level, and allowing us to help you get there. Because you can't, as me, Rob and I sit next to each other at cons, like you said, and Rob next to me has, what is it, 3, 4, 5, 6 books to sell.
Yep.
And I had 2. So his average ticket is about $20 to $30. My average ticket is $6. I'm not making table. Rob is. And
Yep.
it's not because my book's better than Rob's or Rob's books are better than mine.
Nope.
It's about what we have to sell. So this is going to help them be able to do cons, be able to get out there because they're making money. Because nobody, in the indie world can afford to pay these $150 a table and not have products to sell. So we're helping them get some products to sell and help build their brand.
And not just when you look at what's in the Advocate, you have now basically on your table as a creator a story for everybody in one book. Yeah. That book can be sold to. I think the only thing you don't have is a children's story, and I'm sure we'll get a children's story. I am absolutely sure somewhere down the road we'll have, and we've talked about, we want to do other things with this. Obviously, besides seasonal, we do want to maybe have the October one be maybe about monsters. We've talked about that.
So, yeah, I mean, the next one is more or less superheroes. Most of the stories in issue 2 are superhero stories. So it's almost a superhero book. It's not 100% superhero book, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being a superhero book.
And it's all about creating something that's better for the community. And it's very important that people realize that you only go forward in a community when you do things together. And this is important. This is why anthologies have been so important. But for the first time, and I've never seen an anthology do this, we're giving the creators control. We're giving them the books like never before. Most of us who have done an anthology, we all get 2 or 3 books.
Yeah.
That's it. That was one thing me and Travis absolutely hated about. We were talking about, I hate when I work on an anthology and I get 2 or 3 books. So all that time and effort for 2 or 3 books.
Right. And that's 2 or 3 books to you. And mostly it goes to one person. Yep. So either the artist or the writer. So the rest of your crew doesn't get crap.
Mm-hmm. And this way, the artists can get books because they should be getting enough. And with us doing business with Kraken like we're planning to, I'm sure that they'll be more than happy to offer all creators who are involved reorder.
Yeah.
And be able to order it directly for them. So when they sell out, which I think it will sell out. I don't think people realize how big of an idea, not in indie this is going to be, but to the fans. Because fans, you saw The Fourth Monkey. People love The Fourth Monkey, my anthology book. I started selling it day 1.
Yeah.
I already sold, and you even like the way that was set up. Credit to James and Danny for their work on that. Great project, but here was the thing. All the people I know who are part of the project don't have books to sell. I ordered more books, like I'll do with the Advocate. I want stuff on my table. So I actually have 7 books to sell now, by the way. You were close with the 6. You forgot The Fourth Monkey.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
That was my 7th title, and then the Advocate will be my 8th. But now I have this I have a powerful library to go to the con. I'm excited about 2019. I have anti-bullying books. I'm going to have the Advocate number 1 and possibly 2 by the time season really kicks up. Because those who don't know, book 2, we can pretty much go tomorrow on as well. We could have put book 1 and 2 together.
Yeah.
But we
had talked about even doing stretch goals and stuff, but this will probably be pretty pure. I don't even think we're going to do stretch goals really. It's got to be kind of just a thing. We may come up with something, but it'll be awesome. It's going to be really fun to get this book out there to people. I think people are going to love it, and it's going to be a big push in the beginning of January. We're super stoked about it. We have the sample coming out for those who are listening to this, who are in the development crew. Rob is putting together the sample this week, so we'll get that out ASAP. We're super excited about doing it and getting people involved. So yeah, it's going to be awesome.
And speaking of awesome, what's the tour for the new release of the 4 Dead Bodies?
What's up?
What are you doing? What's going on? This is a big week. This is release week. What's the plan? What's going on?
So I've got the books. I've got some of the books right now. Comixology just took us, which is really, really cool. So that's live. So Comixology is live. So you can order digitally through them, which is really, really cool. By the way, we should do an educational platform on Comixology because they don't help you sell at all. So there's a whole bunch of strategies that I'm going to be implementing. And I'd love to do maybe a video at the end of the month and kind of talk about what works and what doesn't to kind of teach and educate people.
I'd love to.
Because you kind of had to learn it yourself. It's not an easy to use platform. It's not designed.
I'm going to be doing it this year because you're making me, so I might learn.
But so that's the release date. If you want to order the books, go to brokedown4deadbodies.com. Go ahead and order the copies digital because all those are coming out. And if you order them, just leave a note and say, hey, you heard it on the Advocator. I'll send you guys the air freshener because that was only supposed to be a Kickstarter reward, but I did order extras. So if you heard it here and you order it, just leave it in the notes and let me know, and I'll send you that with your book. But it's gonna be fun, man. Like Broke Down 4 Dead Bodies, it's killing it. We did really well on the Kickstarter. We're doing a lot of stuff coming up, and I mean, 2019 is gonna be great. You know, issue 2 is done. I've got the black and whites already done. The letter, he's letting it now. I'll probably have another noir edition to enter the con season with. And then we'll be on Kickstarter probably late February. So,
and you already have a busy year coming up. Like I was seeing it, like it's crazy. For those who don't know, Travis has a newborn on the way.
Yep.
Remy is the name you guys are going with, right?
Yep.
Remy's going to be here in April. So tell them how complicated your first quarter of the year is going to be.
So my first quarter, I've got the Advocators is starting out in January. Also in January, I have Dog Days. So that'll be my 2 books coming out in January. So those are heading. Dog Days is a trade paperback about basically a Zootopia type world where animals are being murdered and skinned alive, and their meat's being sold. So it's a couple of dog detectives are investigating the crime and trying to see what they can figure out. But there's a bigger supernatural story behind it. It's really, really cool. I'm not trying to brag, but there's a cool twist ending, and I can't wait for people to read it and see what they think. So that's January. So we're done with January. Now we go February. February will be fulfillment of the Advocator because that's when we'll starting to do all that stuff, as well as Broke Down in 4 Dead Bodies issue 2 will go live. So that'll be the Kickstarter for that going live. So
no, just as a heads up for everyone, we're not doing Dog Day. That's not your title.
Correct. Yeah, that's through AnderSiN. I think that's how he says it. Publishing.
I've never heard him say it. I always say AnderSiN. I don't know how to say it.
It's a French word for magazine.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I just found that out on a interview he did.
Oh, that's
cool. So that's that. So I'm doing that through another company. I've got also in February we have Nerd Nation. Nerd Nation presents issue 3. I have a 7-page Reaper story about Grim Reapers that are coming to Earth and doing some cool stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. That's actually going to be a one-shot that I'll be doing at some point, either 2019 or 2020. I'm going to be working on it slowly, just budget-wise with that Broke Down 4 Dead Bodies to try to sell the 2 and make sure I have time with it. But that's going to be a one-shot tale. That'll probably be about 30 pages. So that'll be cool. But basically like the teaser, the first 5 pages, which is a complete story, by the way, will be in Nerd Nation. So I'll have that out for everyone to read and enjoy. And then in April, around Easter time, I have the Why Faith anthology where I wrote, a 6-page story that's in that. So it's a little crazy.
And then you have to remember somewhere there, Advocates probably going to, the second one will pop up. March, April.
Yeah, I'll have the second one, so I'll probably again pass that one off to Chuck because the baby's so soon to being.
So Chuck gets the second one, you'll get the third one,
and I'll get the third one. Yeah, and I will probably put something else in the Advocator, probably in the fourth quarter. Maybe some more Reaper stuff, maybe another Broke Down short story, or maybe even Dog Days. Maybe I'll even talk to Marcel and see if I can do a 4-page. Story with that,
That'd be awesome. That's what's great about this is that for those who don't know, I'm actually able to cross over characters I would have never been able to cross over in there. individual stories. There would have been no absolute reason for them to cross over. But as a creator, I have found a way to cross over two different characters from two very different stories. So that's what's exciting about Advocator. It opens a world of creativity that you don't normally see, because it doesn't have to be necessarily part of the overall story. You don't have to have it something that matches. People don't have to know about it, but it's something special to get people kind of hooked. And we were talking about this. I think at the end of every story, we'll go with the cover of the book that's most currently out, so someone can see the continuing tales here. Or the
so it'll run. So let's use this as an example. So this will be the first page of their comic. So it'll be 1, 2, 3.
The lettering
4.
on the blam.
What's up?
The lettering on the blam. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's Jerome. Yeah, he kills it. So example. So this, let's say this is the broke down story. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your cover with the background of it. So it'll all even out. We'll have to make sure it evens out, so it's like that.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that for talking about, but once we figure that out, we'll make it so it's really good displayed for everybody.
We should end that eight-page story, right?
Well, it's not 8 pages; it's only 4 in our thing.
No, I'm saying, but it's a total story is 8 pages, right?
Correct. Yeah.
We should end issue 1 with that and start issue 2 with the continuation.
That makes sense to me.
And then find a way, like that would be a cool little thing to do if we could find 8-page stories to keep going throughout the year and have every book end with one and everyone start with one. So now, being a dick, we kind of make people have to buy this second book.
Sure.
We're going to get people hooked by doing these cliffhangers at the end of every book. I like that. So that's why these kind of programs are cool, and sitting around and talking about this stuff. That's why I'm always excited to talk to creators, because you'd be surprised. Do you know that the character, you read the Cat Dad and Supermom story, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you know that villain character, Elephant, she was a joke on a video? She started off completely as a joke. Someone had made a comment that I couldn't make a story about an elephant. I was like, why can't you make a story about an elephant? Now look, I made one. So like doing these types of things, reaching out to your fellow creators, believe it or not, it's very, very important. And I stress that a lot on these videos. Being part of a community is important.
And what's important too, if you're watching this video and you have a Kickstarter and you have a indie project that you're like, hey, I really like the idea of the Advocator, let us know. Let Rob know, let myself know, and we'll get you involved. We'll tell you what it partakes to get you involved and how you can do it. But yeah, we're always looking for submissions,
Exactly. All right, Travis, we'll let you go because I know you're busy and I got to get back to plotting some 2019 shows. Do you know where you're going to be next? Have you officially done something, signed on? I know we're talking about you coming to hang out with me if you can on certain tables, but do you know any particular show?
The only thing that's officially signed on is MegaCon. So that answers your question, and that's in May. So
he'll be hanging out with me. Reminds me, I got to reach out to them. We're trying to see if it's worth it to get a booth versus a table.
Yeah.
Ask them if they'll give us another table to be right next to it. So.
Right.
All right. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to go write that email, as a matter of fact. And then we'll talk to you later on in a month about that Comixology and see how you did.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm doing some promotion today, and we'll go from there.
All right. Good luck, and anything that you have, definitely let us know, and we'll get it onto the site.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Talk to you later, brother.
All right, bye.
All right, guys, we're going to check out really quick. Travis had said something about him posting something this morning. Now, I was dropping off Jaxie, so I think I might have missed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go check it out. And then I'm going to let you guys get to work and see. Now, that's, I think, going to be one of the benefits of the news being in the morning is that people can come talk about something. And here we go. So we're definitely going to share it. We'll get this on our site immediately. Following the broadcast, I'll put this up right away, and super excited for Travis. Congratulations to him. Thank him for coming on, of course, this morning to talk with us about some exciting stuff. We are going to be doing Kickstarter talk later today. I'm planning to maybe do the Advocate as of right now on Thursday. I've been programming, as you guys know, a lot of this 2019 Comic-Con highway information. So you guys are going to have that up by the end of the week for the most part. We're going to drop another 5 or 6 of them today with just Dirk and announcing Dirk stuff. So it's exciting, guys. If you have Kickstarter information that you want, please let us. You want on the show today, Kickstarter talk? Please let us know now. For now, these are the things that are going to be featured on Kickstarter. And by the way, our featured for last night did not go off like it's supposed to. Every so often, for whatever reason, a thread won't automatically go. Sometimes it's an interruption, a hiccup, a momentary glitch that stops it. So last night, which you're going to see in a little while, because I actually have to force it through now, was supposed to feature section M. So you're going to see featured today as section M. Bengali is today's. Actually, I was doing it today because it's closer to the end date and I wanted to give a little love. So you're going to see that today on the program too. We're going to see Sisterhood, Mind to Avenge, Book of Voices, Moon Girl, Is Nani the Were Spider, The Couch Volume 1, Cyber Girl, Hot Comic Art Book, Bad Sushi Canon, and possibly something that someone adds who have seen this video. So we're excited. We're going to be doing that program a little later today. We're going to be doing a brand new format for the show today to hopefully make it a lot more interactive with people. So show up. It'll be going live at probably, I want to say 12 o'clock. We'll call it noon. We're going to do Kickstarter talk. So I'll see you then. All right, YouTube. Facebook got the beginning of it, so we'll give you a little bit of the end. We will see you guys back here at around 12-ish, probably 12:30. And the program itself is hopefully going to be a lot quicker pace than it's been in the past. We hope to have that. And we're really excited about what's coming in the new year. So make sure you're subscribing to this amazing platform here on YouTube that gives you all this information. We're going to be giving you some great information in the coming year. We're super excited to be bastions of information. So we will see you at one point or another on this channel. Hopefully you tune in for every video, and if you don't, tune into the ones you like. We're happy to be here for you. Feel free to ask questions and subscribe and talk to us. Let us know what's going on. We always want to hear from you guys. Please, please let us know anything you need or want. I'll catch you later on the Comic-Con Highway.